JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So for those of you that have been a part of the JJ the CPA YouTube family, I've got something really neat to share with you. And that is this. I am at the spot where each work day and probably many, many days during tax season, my grandfather would walk right through this gate, in essence, to his office. And Amanda and I have come out here and we took some time to come and reminisce. I haven't been back to his offices since he passed away, which was in May of 1997, which was just a couple of weeks after I had opened up my CPA practice. And I remember coming here though as a little kiddo. That would have to be before I was 5, and then was able to visit with him when I was 11, and then I was able to come and see him after my freshman year of college, and then I was able to be with him in 1995, and then of course there were phone calls and things like that. But then in 97, this is where also I came back to my grandfather, Omar Abbott Slayter, CPA's offices, and I have his certificate that was hanging in his offices up there. Now, I'll let you know this, we already went upstairs where I'm heading now, but these were the offices, and they are really pretty well the same, kind of this style here out in California. And but anyways, we went up. He's in suite 206, and the door was open, and so I just stepped, half a step in, and was noticing that there was somebody inside. And we also noticed that on the door it indicated that there was a CPA practice in the same suite. And so I told Amanda, well, I remember somebody bought out my grandfather's CPA practice, and it was a young CPA. I remember meeting that CPA at the services. And the gentleman that was on the phone when we stepped in to the offices kind of looked like that guy. And so anyways, we were standing there, and out comes a young man. And it turns out the young man that came out is a CPA, and he's mid-20s. And he is the son of the CPA that is on the phone. And that CPA that's on the phone, we come to learn once he got off and visiting, is the CPA that bought my grandfather's CPA practice back in 1997. And so he's continued that practice on. Of course, it was a very small practice. My CPA, or my grandfather, was 74, so it was a very small practice at that time. But he took it and ran with it, and he's been practicing here in the same location, in the same offices ever since. Now, he did some nice renovations, so inside they didn't look near the same as what they were. So beautiful inside. And so anyways, got to visit with the CPA that took over my grandfather's practice, as well as then the next generation, which is his son. And his son is working at a large CPA practice in LA, but since they don't go in the office, he comes in offices with his dad while working for that other CPA firm. So you all probably know that Cooper is going to school to get his accounting degree. So it was kind of fun to visit with a fellow CPA, my generation, and with his son, who's a 25, 26, and then talk about my son. And so just multi-generational discussions there, a lot of history and heritage. So how special is that we lucked on coming on a day that CPA, first of all, happened to be around. Second of all, the door was just open here in California. Just beautiful day. They just had the front door open. So there are a few other businesses that have their doors open, so I don't want to be disrespectful to them. So I'm going to talk a little quietly as we pass those. But each day that my grandfather would come to work, he would come up these stairs. I do remember whenever I would come and visit with him when I was younger, it usually was at his office, or we'd meet him and then go to lunch. Probably just remember 2 or 3 times before I was 5. But then I remember coming here those other times that I had told you. And so I would have walked up these stairs with my grandfather, and I would have walked right to here. And so just, you know, the floors, and then there's just really neat ceilings. Those are etched, and you know, arched walkway. And right down here is my grandfather's offices, which is Suite 206, which is the CPA practice that took over my grandfather's practice, bought it out. So how neat is that? Very special.
Very.
And so we just wanted to put together a video and share this with you. Really neat. So we've got some other things that we're doing out here on the personal level, but I thought I would just share this. And wow, made it so fun. When I was talking with the CPA, he indicated that his name's Andrew, the CPA that bought Anthony bought my grandfather's practice, and we had met at his services, and he said, yeah, I do remember you, and I remember your eulogy, and one of the things you said in your eulogy is, my grandfather said, don't ever miss a party. And so it was nice to hear. He said, you know, well, you've got the charisma like your grandfather. So how neat was that? So very thankful for this opportunity to be here, and what a neat opportunity to reminisce with the person who took over my grandfather's practice. So, all right, well, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Have a great one.
And Omar.
That's right. Never met a CPA quite like Omar.